guest is with the antecedent in the solar at present. Let's not keep them waiting any longer. Shall we?
Unexpected tidings from the north, borne by the Lord Commander's second. What manner of wind bloweth this day?
At this point, it would be more unnerving if he spoke plainly.
This is no time for idle chatter.
Good of you to join us, we have much to discuss.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. I believe the two of you have met.
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer. The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm. Last night, the Dragon Star burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers. Not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthin rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragon Star is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard Soma himself who cried out on this occasion.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald, only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Gallian fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Ariange has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragon Star portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life. Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgard Soma had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgard Soma. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights. Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept? We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
Forgive me if I state aught which you already know. but I would ensure that you understand the nature of your destination. As Orion J. stated, what we now call the Keeper of the Lake is the wreckage of the Agrius, former flagship of the Imperial fleet, and the corpse of the WYRM responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago, as the next step in his campaign to subjugate Eorzea, Gaius van Baelsar attempted to seize control of Mordhona. So massive was his force that all thought his victory a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to Eorzea's aid that day. Midgard-Ser, legendary guardian of Silvertear Falls, burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake, and led a host of dragons against the Garlean airships overhead. In what would later become known as the Battle of Silvertear Skies, the great WYRM felled countless airships before engaging the Agrius. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's ceruleum engines failed, and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet this victory came at a great cost, for the explosion, which followed, claimed the life of the great WYRM as well. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and at its center a constant reminder of that fateful day long ago. In accordance with Sarameric's wishes, our Doman allies have been standing watch over the Keeper of the Lake. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. Be careful, my friend. We know not what dangers await you within. Now then, let us not neglect our own tasks. There is much to be done, and precious little time to do it.
Before I depart, I must needs speak with the antecedent in private, if you would be so kind.
Midgard-Ser was once worshipped as the guardian deity of Silvertear Falls, yet there he has lain for 15 years.
Oh gods, if that charred monstrosity actually returned to life, I don't know what I would do.
We were able to locate those elusive manuscripts in the archives of the Thaumaturges Guild. I had not spoken much with the new guildmasters, but thankfully they were quite willing to accommodate us in our search.
Though it may seem tedious when compared with the smiting of terrible foes, poring over crumbling scrolls is one of a scion's most important duties. Without the illumination of knowledge, we but vainly flail at spectres in the dark.
Considering the sudden arrival of foreign envoys and the like, preparing suitable meals at the Rising Stones can prove to be an interesting challenge.
In hindsight, mayhaps sending a lady in my stead was not the wisest of decisions. Pray ignore my ramblings.
I traveled to Ulda to meet with Thancred's friend, the one who promised us that rare ore. And she began cursing me with words I've only ever heard from the mouths of pirates. I still have no idea what she was so angry about.
I'm pushing ahead with my research as quickly as I dare. The next time you face an Ascian, I would have you fight with the proper weapon in hand.
I must confess, the relationship between those crystal formations and the destruction of the Ascians quite escapes me.
Professor Lambertine has published a thorough study on corrupted crystals and their properties. I highly recommend you procure yourself a copy of his work.
You're in luck, miss. I was about to send word to Revenant Stoll about the Garleans. Of late, I have seen small airships, likely from Castrum Sentry, come and go from the Keeper of the Lake. Though I cannot say for certain at this distance, I believe they may be salvaging something from within the wreckage. The Castrum's supply lines have been cut for some time, and I'd wager they are desperately in need of spare parts and other equipment. So it's true, then. The Ishgardians honestly fear that the WYRM might rise again. Well, from here that seems rather unlikely, but if it's assurances they want, you have no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. Easier said than done, given the creatures which inhabit the wreckage, and the aforementioned Garleans who won't take kindly to your presence. They are sure to fire upon an airship, so I'd advise a more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Agrias, then climb to the top. That's the only viable approach, I'd say. The boat is yours for the taking, though I wouldn't make the journey without a few friends at my side, as those Garleans won't hesitate to attack you.
Curious how the crystal has grown around the debris.
Is that a bird? It only has one leg.
I fear we've more than its one leg to worry about.
I dare not ask how they learned to use explosives like that.
Imperials. I had hoped we could avoid them, alas.
I like not the looks of that inductor. Best we get rid of it. Leave it to me.
I'm beginning to grow tired of being struck from the sky.
That was the last of the Imperials.
Flock, another aerial assault?
No time for grumbling, focus.
Almost there? I fear my legs may give out soon.
Sounds to me like you need a tougher training regimen.
Who treadeth now upon my bones, and waketh me from slumber sweet? Thou hast forgotten the face of thy Lord. Remember, mortal, and fear me.
That we should do battle with the great WYRM.
Thou shalt be weighed in the balances.
Pierce the way.
Hearken to me, more, and thou shalt know I am thy Lord.
Buy her gifts. hast thou earned a moment's reprieve. Speak, mortal, and I shall listen. Guided by a star. My people have heard the song. Ishgard shall burn. Sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. We do not forget. We do not forgive. Seven children did I sire. One now singeth of retribution. I rise to join in the chorus. Thou art powerless to silence us, mortal. Yet thou shalt not live to labor in vain. Thy reprieve is at an end. Trickery is thy shield. This frail, ignoble creature is not gifted, but chosen. Hearken to me, Hydaelyn. I remember, and I consent. Fear not, mortal. I shall not harm thee. Mayhap thou thinkest me an oath breaker. Thou art mistaken. If thou comest to harm, it shall be by another's hand, not mine. I did but strip thee of thy mistress's feeble blessing. Thou didst profit much by her grace, but no more. binds me to thee. I shall watch, listen, and wait. Fight and struggle, if it be thy will. Man hath ever coveted that which lieth beyond his grasp. I drink of her body, and thence doth mine own find new life. When it hath grown whole, the loyal and penitent shall rejoice. The dragon song heraldeth our beginning and an end.
You may summon Midgardsormr by selecting the corresponding entry within your minion guide under character in the main menu.
I was beginning to fear the worst. Were those explosions I saw? But you shouldn't waste time talking with me. Alphonor left a message stating that you were to return to the Rising Stones at once. He sounded awfully worried about you. Mayhap you should hurry back to Revenant Stone.
News from Coethas talks of not but the part you played in the retaking of the Stone Vigil. I read you correctly, did I not? A woman of rare quality.
Well met. I'm an adventurer myself, in the employ of Saint Koinig's Find. Ready coin and payment on time. I'm starting to appreciate scholarship, me.
I can tell you are in the trade, sister. Welcome to Revenant Stone, the place of venturers, the rest for the restless, the abode on the crossroads.
I believe congratulations are in order, adventurer. Why, rumors that you purged the evil from Amdapur keep are flying hither and yon, though I had wished to hear the tidings first from brother Adistan. When next you meet, pray bid him come and see me. It has been nearly a year since we last broke bread and shared mead. Have you spoken with Commander Levalia yet? He has been pacing again.
12 save me, is it coming? What should we do? Oh, he's not.
Considering the sudden arrival of foreign envoys and the like, preparing suitable meals at the Rising Stones can prove to be an interesting challenge.
That lady knight from Ishgard cuts quite a gallant figure, doesn't she?
We were able to locate those elusive manuscripts in the archives of the Thaumaturge's Guild. I had not spoken much with the new guildmasters, but thankfully they were quite willing to accommodate us in our search.
Though it may seem tedious when compared with the smiting of terrible foes, poring over crumbling scrolls is one of a scion's most important duties. Without the illumination of knowledge, we but vainly flail at spectres in the dark.
In hindsight, mayhaps sending a lady in my stead was not the wisest of decisions. Pray ignore my ramblings.
I traveled to Ulda to meet with Thancred's friend, the one who promised us that rare ore. And she began cursing me with words I've only ever heard from the mouths of pirates. I still have no idea what she was so angry about.
I must confess, the relationship between those crystal formations and the destruction of the Ascians quite escapes me. Professor Lambertine has published a thorough study on corrupted crystals and their properties. I highly recommend you procure yourself a copy of his work.
I'm pushing ahead with my research as quickly as I dare. The next time you face an Ascian, I would have you fight with the proper weapon in hand.
That lady knight from Ishgard cuts quite a gallant figure, doesn't she?
Truth interpreted is truth transformed. Today's heroes may yet become tomorrow's gods, or something else.
Welcome home, Kanekotine. Alpha Noah was worried sick about you. Why don't you go and set his mind at ease?
Praise the 12 that you are hale and whole. I came as soon as Minfilia informed me of Sir Aemeric's request. You have completed your investigation of the Keeper of the Lake, I take it. Then I would hear your report. You conversed with Midgardson. I swear, were anyone else to make such a claim, I would regard it with considerable skepticism.
Are we to understand that the WYRM lore did not perish, and has in sooth lain dormant these past 15 years?
Less a resurrection and more a rejuvenation for he who dwelleth in eternity, years passing as moments.
Though his words were ambiguous at times, one statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song. Ishgard shall burn. Clearly, an attack is imminent. We must share this information with Sir Aemeric immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with Midgardsorm in its entirety. To even acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Dravanian is a grave but necessary risk. Lest we forget, men have been executed as heretics for declaring as much. For your own protection, and for the sake of our tenuous relations with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. As for how we shall present our revelation to Sir Aemeric's emissary, you may leave that to me. Pray remain here for now.
Is there something you are not telling us, Kanekotine? You seem different, somehow. 'Tis almost as if you are missing something important. "12 Forfend. Midgardsormr stripped you of the blessing of light? Are you all right? How do you feel?" I see. It is a relief to hear that you are otherwise unharmed. It beggars belief that any being could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing. Midgardsormr made mention of a covenant, did he not? One of the ancient myths regarding Silvertear Falls states that when the waters came into existence, so too did the great Wyrm. Alphic Ennym Eia, brother Time and sister Fate, decreed that Midgardsormr ever watch over the source from which all water and magic was said to flow. I wonder, what if this was the covenant of which he spoke, and 'twas not the gods with whom he treated, but Hydaelyn herself? Well, if he is watching over you as he claimed, mayhap you will have an opportunity to ask. Let us keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burden our friends needlessly.
Art thou a pawn, or master of thy fate? What hast thou wrought by thine own hands, mortal?
My friend, I can scarce believe it. You confronted the Wormlord and lived to tell the tale. I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other. The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different. And now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
Countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
The Ishgardians have warred with the Dravanians for centuries, nay, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defenses and entered the city proper. Yet regardless of how strong these magical wards may be, I nevertheless fear that the Ishgardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. Though it was not Midgardsormr who roared, a call to arms by one of the first brood cannot be ignored. Until such time as they choose to request our aid, however, we can do naught but observe the situation at a distance and pray that our fears are unfounded.
Thanks for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Farewell.